everybody. It's John Lombardo in California, and I hope you're having a great Labor Day weekend. It's Sunday, and I was reading a few things and working with a few people, and I came across something that I want to share with everybody because I believe that this will help you not only with your business, but also in aspects of your personal life, and that's what this business is all about. I always say, if you develop this business will develop you. I'm going to share something that I read with you today because I think it's going to really help people in every stage of this business, particularly brand new people should know this coming into what we do. You're part of a great team. We're always focusing on training and developing one another. So this will be another tool for you to use. And I'm going to share with you an article I read today in Psychology Today, and then I'm going to have it equate to what our business is. See, our business is so easy. If you work in a restaurant, if you are a doctor, if you're a taxi driver, if you're in construction, what you do in any of those vocations is 10 times, 20 times harder from a task standpoint than what we do in this industry. The industry itself isn't tough, but what's very, very difficult for people is what we do here and here on a psychological and emotional level with how people respond and react to us. That's when we really start to bump up against doubts, fears, embarrassment. Those are the things that make the business challenging. If you understand a few things, you can really avoid all those things and just focus on the fun and exciting part of this business. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to share with you an article, like I said, from Psychology Today. And this article should be entitled, Why, if you're in the networking industry, you never need to worry about what other people say or do about your offer to look at the opportunity. But what it's called is, How do top achievers really think? This is the difference between how top achievers think and people who achieve average things in their life, how they think. And unfortunately, this is where most people sit. It doesn't have to be that way, but it just is. So I'm going to share with you 7 things that indicate whether or not a person is thinking like a high achiever or an average achiever, and I'm going to equate each of them to our industry. So let's get going. The first one of these 7 things is that high achievers are motivated by achievement. That means they're motivated to do the things they want to do. That's what motivates them. Now, average achievers think like this. They're motivated by avoiding failure. You know, you can see in people's faces sometimes when you're talking to them, they start to go, that's that little voice telling them this will never work, this can't work. Well, they're avoiding failure. And that's what the average achieving person does in every situation. And it's one of the biggest causes of sadness in this world. You listen to that little voice that tells you you can't do it or that it's not going to work. High achieving people don't work that way. They are motivated by the possibility of achieving. Number 2, they have, like I said, they have a desire to accomplish something. Well, of course they do, right? But let me tell you what average achieving people have a desire really to do in their thinking. They have a desire to protect themselves from embarrassment, feeling incompetent, or what they perceive to be failure. So it's more of a proactive versus a reactive response. A high thinking person is going to be proactive. They have a desire to make something happen. An average achieving person is reactive. They're defensive. They're waiting and I don't know. That just doesn't work for achievement. Number 3, high achieving people take responsibility for their own success, primarily the 2 things mentioned in the study, for their own effort and persistence. Now, those are the watchwords of our industry, effort and persistence. What do average achieving people think? They see success as dependent upon external resources. You know, I didn't have enough of this, or it was the politics, or the market was bad, or this person had it out for me. There's always some external reason why it can or cannot work. Once again, high achieving individuals do not think about it that way. They think about their own effort and persistence. Perfect for our industry, don't you think? So the number 4 of 7 is that high achieving individuals see the difficulties in what they're doing and the challenges as opportunities. They see that. Whereas the average achieving person sees those difficulties and challenges as threats, something to avoid, something to be afraid of and watch out for. A high person, according to the study, might say to an average person, a high thinking person, not a high person, a high thinking person might say to an average thinking person, anything worthwhile has a degree of difficulty. So stop acting surprised when you have challenges. That's actually right out of the study. You know how that pertains to our industry. Of course, the people who can maintain their efforts through challenges are the ones that succeed. And isn't that true in everything? Number 5, high achieving people enjoy that striving. They enjoy the difficulties. They see value in it, and they derive joy from it. They like the challenge. Average achieving people think this: stressful. They see the striving as stressful, to be avoided. And in our modern world, according to the study, they even see it as uncool. It's uncool to work really hard. So that's how average achievers go at it. Number 6, achievement-oriented or high-achieving individuals understand that their skills can be developed and they can get better through coaching and training and learning. Whereas average achieving people believe skills are innate. That means you're either born with it or you're not. It must be nice to be that person. Somebody else is going to do it. How does that translate into our business? Well, you sit with somebody and you say, we have a lot of people making a lot of money in this industry. We teach you how to succeed. We're going to give you a plan and a formula. We're going to coach you and take you through it. That person still says, I don't know. Well, then they're an average achieving thinking person, at least in that situation. You don't want them in your business. They're not going to make it. Number 7, this is the last one. High achieving people will keep on trying. They'll continue their effort. They say in their thinking, I'm going to do this if it takes 10 times or 10,000 times. The average achieving people do this, and this is really important to understand. They take past failures as a sign of things to come. That means they're basing what's going to happen in the future on what's already happened. They're linking it to the past. That is a recipe for disaster in the success thinking arena. So in our industry, that translates to the people you talk to who say, I've heard of those things. They never work. Or I tried 1 or 2 of those for a couple of weeks and it just didn't work. It's not going to work for me. Once again, that's an average achiever's thinking process. You can't fix it. You can't change it. Say thank you very much and move along. Finally, high achieving people, their beliefs and their thought process are not necessarily more logical or more believable than average thinking people. Isn't that cool? This study shows that high achieving people kind of have a tendency to believe in things that are a little less logical, more belief in the impossible. And guess what? The old against all odds story, well, it usually happens to high achieving thought processes and not average. So what this means, 2 things you can take away from this video today. You can look at your own thought processes on a day-to-day basis and make sure you're thinking like a high achiever instead of an average achiever, because you're in control of those thought processes at all times. And secondly, when you're talking to new people, look out for the signposts. Look out for the warning signs that you're talking to a high achieving person rather than an average achieving person. And if you're talking to an average achieving person, then no, they're probably not the person you want in your business anyway. Make them a customer. Tell them we got some products that are going to really help your life. The high achievers are the one you're looking for. They're harder to find, but trust me, 2 high achieving individuals in your business will create better results than 100 average achieving thinkers. So get out there, be a high achieving thinker, and understand this. High achieving thinkers attract, guess what? Other high achieving thinkers. Remember that our reality is based on our thinking, always. It's not based on reality because reality is just a bunch of electric impulses our eyes, ears, and nose and our brain are responding to. Reality really comes to your thoughts, or more importantly, what you believe about what comes into your brain, what your thought processes are, and what you believe and what you give credence to. That's what reality comes down to. So I hope this is really helpful for you. You never need to worry and stress out about people that are responding negatively to what you're telling them. You never need to worry about it again. And you can take a lot of control in making sure that you have the thought processes of a high achieving person. This is where we get better and stronger and faster. This industry is the greatest workshop I know of for these kind of things. So I hope this helps you. Have a great Labor Day weekend. There'll be more to come. Love you guys. I'll see you all soon. Take care.